Welcome back to the Feather Laces Podcast, hosted by your favorite people, Alex, Donnie, and of course myself, Nate. How y'all doing today? How was y'all's week? How was y'all's
good,
football
good.
Sunday?
It was good.
Bengals lost. That sucked.
Yeah, football Monday night. Bengals lost, and the Packers got smacked.
No whipped cream in the face.
Nah.
Yeah, no whipped cream in the face for old
I made that
for old dad over here.
I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, that's true. But a lot of crazy trades went on and signings, so a lot of things might be a little different this week. So let's just jump right into it. I don't want to waste your time re-explaining everything y'all done seen 100 times by 100 different sports medias. But we're just gonna jump right into it with our Week 9 predictions. Starting it off, we are recording this on Friday night, but we all did make our predictions before
We have
the
to.
Thursday night's game. Yeah, we have to. We do weekly picks and do keep up with our points. If you keep up with the podcast, or if you're new with the podcast, we rank our games least favorite to most favorite, like based on how we feel on if they're gonna win. Like, you know, if you think the Eagles are really gonna beat the Texans, you put high number. If you think the Texans are gonna beat the Eagles, you probably would put like a 1 or a 2. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we have to do them before Thursday night, and I'm sure we all picked the Eagles because I went 13 on the Eagles.
I did too.
I felt like this was a no-brainer. Like, the Eagles are undefeated, and the Texans are not the team that's going to stop them. And looking at their schedule coming up, I don't really know who can stop them. The only team that I can see possibly beating them is the Cowboys and maybe the Packers, but even I don't even see the Packers winning. That's just the two teams that I can even see winning. Their schedule is not good coming up. Like, they play a very bad team. They could possibly be undefeated this year. I would not be surprised, to be honest with you. And they did win, indeed. 29-17.
They did. That's who I
I had Eagles 13.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, me too.
And that was the highest of the week for all of us. But moving on to Sunday's games, we'll start it off with hometown team Carolina versus the Bengals. I got the Bengals winning this game pretty easily. Like, Chuba Hubbard's out. They got P.J. Walker. I know Awuje's out and Mike Hilton's out.
Yeah.
Awuje's out for the year.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Best corner
And
in
Chase
the
is still
AFC.
out. Yeah, that's crazy. Best corner in the AFC.
Mhm.
Dang. You said it like that. But yeah, I got the Bengals 9. I really think the Bengals are going to win this game. Who they, baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had the Bengals.
I think it's big. I think it's big comeback.
Mhm.
I think
Oh,
it's big
yeah.
comeback week for the big Joe Burrows. But Carolina's defense is good, so it's going to be a test for our offense without Chase for sure. But our defense should dominate Carolina's offense,
Oh,
even
yeah.
without those corners. I don't know, man. I've been scared as a Bengals fan recently. But
This really gives Cam Taylor-Britt his moment to shine. Like, without Cheetah Bay, it's gonna be Eli and Cam on the outside.
they ran Dax at corner last week too.
Mhm.
And they are this week too.
They're gonna probably
I already
put
said
him more
that.
slot since
So-
Hilton's out.
That's gonna be interesting. So stay tuned for them Bengals rookies this week. Moving on to the next favorite team of me and old dad / Donnie over here, Packers versus Lions. Again, I think this is a comeback week for the team that I root for, aka the Green Bay Packers. You know, Detroit Lions just lost T.J. Hawkinson. That's a crush to their chemistry, in my opinion, and a crush to their talent because he is arguably the best player on that offense. So
Now Monroe's gonna get doubled and not get open.
yeah, they got
That's
a rough. That dropped their receiving core very low for me. And Lions are going to be one of the worst teams in the league again. You hate to see it, but I got the Packers 8.
I believe I do too.
What do you have?
I got Packers 7.
Packers 7.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, I have them 8.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
all right, moving on to Chargers versus Falcons. And you know, another one of them games where, for me personally, it's gonna be a hard. This is a hard pick, but I picked the Chargers even without Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. That defense, and it was it was hard picking the Chargers because the Falcons have been playing good, but the good teams are supposed to beat the bad teams, and I just think the Chargers are gonna win this game. They just if the Chargers are a really good team, they should win this game. And if they don't, then I don't know. Maybe we need to have a different conversation. Chargers are overrated or something.
I totally agree with you. Like, I put Chargers 9 because I think, like, even though it's the Falcons, they still have a good run game, but I think the Chargers are too good to lose to the Falcons. But we've seen the Chargers lose to the Jags. But I have the Chargers 9.
Yeah, I got them 6, but with them guys out, I think Falcons are playing pretty decent. I did go Chargers before I knew them guys were out, but I think I might lose that bet. I think the Falcons might be pulling this one out. Because without them 2 receivers, even with Eckler, it don't matter.
Still losing.
I think the Falcons might be pulling this one out, even though I got all my picks. I got Chargers, but I gotta roll with it now. But I think I'm gonna lose that one because I'm thinking I'm gonna switch it to the Falcons. I think the Falcons are gonna pull this game out right here.
I could see it.
All right. You got the Chargers?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you already
Chargers
said
9.
that, yeah.
And moving on to the Dolphins versus Bears. I got the Dolphins winning this game. Bears, they got a very nice young team. Then they just acquired Chase Claypool
I want to see how that's going to
instead of the
Sure.
Packers. Yeah, I think it's going to add a lot of versatility to that Bears offense, man. Give Justin Fields another weapon, but they really need offensive line really bad before anything. And I just think the Dolphins team is just better, and Dolphins are really good this year, man. They're making the playoffs, so they're gonna beat the Bears for sure, in my opinion. I got 6 on the Dolphins.
I got 9.
9.
I wanted to go more than that. The Dolphins are going to smack them and it's going to be a contest.
I
Yeah,
got
I think
10.
so too.
I got 10 on the Dolphins.
10. All right, moving on. We got the Colts versus the Patriots. Backup quarterback, no Jonathan Taylor. I ain't got much to say. This is my second highest pick of the week. I got the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick. Give me the Patriots all day in this game. Patriots gonna smack them.
I agree. I usually pick the Colts, but as you said,
I'm not picking the Colts no more. Colts. Oh my God. I'm not picking the Colts no more.
I have the Patriots.
I picked the Colts last week again. Picking
And then they
over
lost
the
in 4
Commanders.
seconds.
I picked the Colts again over the Commanders last week, and I keep picking the Colts, and they just keep letting me down. So I'm done picking the Colts. I don't want to talk about my last week picks. They was horrible.
Yeah.
I did not do good, but yeah, I got the Patriots over the Colts on this.
I agree.
Yep. Same thing. They're going to get them. Colts are.
Bills versus Jets. Next game I got up here. Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, are going to win the Super Bowl. I'm still standing on that. They look absolutely nasty. And nothing's holding them back. Even injuries, their players are coming back. Trey White's back, so I got the Bills winning this game. I got 11 on them. Jets have been looking good. They've been very surprising to
Their
a lot of
defense,
people,
for sure.
including me. Yeah, their defense is absolutely nasty. Their secondary is really good.
There's the number
I don't think it's going to be a
There's the
very
number
high.
1 cornerback in the AFC. Is Saucy. Sauce Gardner. Saucy.
You say the number 1 in the AFC?
In the AFC right now, yeah. He's the number 1 cornerback.
I don't think that.
You're missing on stats and.
I am very excited to see that Diggs versus Gardner matchup, man.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to make any prop bets, don't prop Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown because it's not going to happen.
Well, you heard it here first. Don't bet Stephon Diggs touchdown.
I mean, I wouldn't, but.
I'm not.
I don't know. I think this is.
First
I
play.
don't think
feel
this is
like
going to be a
Diggs is
very
gonna
high
get-
scoring game.
I feel like Diggs will get yards, but man, he's gonna have sauce on him all game.
I don't think it's going to be a very high scoring game at all. I think it's going to be like 13-20 type thing.
Yeah, I
type
can
deal.
see that.
I got it right here, and I'm gonna show you. I saved it for this podcast.
What'd you save?
I'm about to see it. You can keep going.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think we all think the Bills are going to beat the Jets, but
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be a very good matchup for sure.
Yeah.
Right here. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, number 5 cornerback, number 2 cornerback in the NFL is right now ranked.
Yeah.
In the NFL. You gonna tell me he number 1 in the
Yeah,
AFC?
PFF coverage grade.
It's
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's my whole
86.9.
point. Like bang,
Sauce
bang,
is
bang,
rated.
bang. Number 2, number 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's better than him
Sauce
in the
came
AFC?
in dominating the league.
Who's in the AFC is better than him right now at corner?
Cincy boy.
Trey White. He was injured. Just saying. Anyways, yeah, the person he's playing against this week. I got the Bills. You still got the Bills.
Oh, by 12, yeah.
I have the Bills.
Or I mean, I got Bills
Me
12.
too. That's my
I
second.
mean, yeah,
one.
there's
And then this dude
advantages.
shows me a bet Bills -9. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're gonna win by at least 10.
Alright.
Because the
I don't know.
Jets
I think it's gonna be a close game, dude. I think it's gonna be like 20-13.
Nah. The Jets offense
No?
cannot handle the Bills defense.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a close game.
I
For
think
one, Zach Wilson is garbage.
It's always a close game. I know Zach Wilson's garbage,
and
but
they don't
it's
have
always
Brees
a
Hall
close
anymore.
game.
So now you're wrong with Carter and who they draft or who they get now?
Robinson.
James Robinson and Carter against their defense. Dude,
Then they just got Justin Marlowe.
it's going. The Bills will. I'm gonna say.
Justin Marlowe.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, dude's
I'm gonna
a
say
good one.
27-10.
I can see that.
I could. 20-13. That's my.
And they're not gonna score by a bunch of passing. It's gonna have to be. Singletary,
20-13.
Josh Allen running the ball.
I can't believe that they traded James Cook. That was very surprising to me.
No, it wasn't James Cook.
It was Zach Moss.
It was Zach Moss.
No,
No, it was Zach Moss.
Did they miss tweet or something?
I don't know, but it was Zach Moss. James Cook is still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
So they got Hines, Singletary, and Cook.
That's crazy. All of them are versatile.
Yeah, and it said,
And
Hines
And Allen.
was 5th amongst receiving touchdowns and as a running back
That's who they wanted.
since 2018. So they got a receiving threat, and they got Singletary and Cook. You know what I'm saying? Singletary's even a receiving threat too.
He is.
The Bills are just loaded, man. The Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just sorry to say it to everyone's favorite team. I'm a Bengal and Tiger fan, but let's face reality.
I
The Bills
agree.
are nasty this year.
I don't think that.
But let's move on. Vikings versus Commanders. Commanders, they're at an even record right now. Taylor Heineke winning games somehow. But you got the Vikings versus the Commanders. Vikings have been killing it. Clearly going to win our division, the NFC North. This dude. Do you still think the Packers are going to win the division? Do you still think it's a fluke? Like, come on now. He's been calling out Vikings.
I picked the
fluke.
Vikings to win, but the Commanders got all their guys. All their guys are in except for Wentz, which ain't gonna matter because ain't like he make a difference. So I think the Commanders are better with
He's a
Heineken.
hater on Wentz.
I think they're better. They just connect better. They play better when Heineke's in. And
Heineke just ain't scared
They
to throw
have-
that ball.
yeah,
That
they-
nigga will just
and
throw it up.
They have all their players back. They're healthy. Even Chase is back. So I got the Vikings winning, and I got 10 on them. But
I got 10 on Vikings.
I
as
think
well.
the Commanders could pull this one, sneak this one in.
You think they could sneak it in?
Sneak it in. I think they
I
could.
don't know. I got the Vikings. I think they're gonna smack them. I think this is a guaranteed winner right here. If you're betting, bet Vikings -6, smacker right there. Vikings -6 and smacker.
I picked the Commanders. This is my upset of the week.
What? You gotta explain that.
I'm saying this because Terry McLaurin. I mean, yeah, the Vikings defense is a very good defense. I mean, they have the #1 sack leader in Zadarius Smith, and
I can't believe the Packers let him off. Like, that's so embarrassing.
I just think that McLaurin has been explosive these past 2 games with Heineke. He's just going to keep turning up with Heineke. And Heineke is building that confidence in his team. He's taken very good leadership. And I just think that the Commanders are going to barely squeeze it out with a game-winning field goal, game-winning drive. And that's really just my reasoning. I just think that they're going to – that Chase Young coming back is going to be disruptive.
Until they're on that game-winning drive and Zadarius Smith throws Heineke in the ground.
Check it happen, man.
Gets a 15-yard penalty, roughing the passer, first down, and they win.
I wouldn't be mad at the Commanders winning. I wouldn't be mad at the Commanders winning at all.
Oh, heck no. I want the Vikings to lose the rest of
Only put 4 on it.
Yeah, as a Packer fan, you know what I'm saying? You want the Vikings.
Only put 4 on it.
That's so high.
Yeah, that's crazy. I got the Vikings 10.
All right, next.
Moving on. Raiders versus Jags. I didn't call this one my upset of the week because I thought another game was a little more of an upset, but I got the Jags over the Raiders.
Is it really an upset?
I mean, the Raiders are favored by like 4 points.
I know
5 points. The rosters, the Raiders, it is an upset. By rosters, it is an upset. The Raiders roster is way better. But the Raiders have just not been clicking. There's something wrong. And if you ask a Raider fan, he's gonna say Derek Carr. So, yeah.
I want Raiders low too.
I went Raiders with 2.
I went Jags too.
I went 2.
Yeah, that's what I wanted too.
I went Jags.
You can't put high on no matter who you pick.
4 minutes left in the 4th quarter is their first time passing the 50-yard line against the Saints. But I have the Raiders winning just because it's the Jags.
I think the Jags are a better team than their record says.
Oh, yeah.
Still, I still stand on that. And I think Trevor Lawrence is still a good quarterback
I
in
do
this
too.
league, regardless of his record. But this is a game that I think the Jags are going to squeak out. So that's why I got the Jags too. But I could see the Raiders winning. That's why I put very, very, very low points on the Jags. But give me the Jags in a little. It's one of my little upsets this week because there's upsets every week. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bears beat the Dolphins.
Justin Fields been playing good.
Wow. You wouldn't even be surprised. Crazier things have happened this year. Like
Commanders beat the Vikings. Wow.
Yeah, I mean
Fluke.
Yeah.
Fluke. Vikings are fluke.
You never know. But let's move on to my upset of the week. Seahawks versus Cardinals. Seahawks have been on a roll, but I think this is where it ends.
They get humbled.
The Cardinals, they've only won 3 games this season so far. And, this is a must-win for them. And if they don't win this game, then I think they're automatically at the playoffs. So this is a must-win for them. They need to win this game. So give me the Cardinals in an upset in this game over the Seahawks. Even though somehow, don't you think it's a little weird that the Seahawks are getting given points in this game?
Yeah, it is.
The Cardinals are like -2.5 or something like that. -1.5.
Yeah, so your upset of the week ain't really an upset.
It's an upset.
They beat them the first time, but it was a very low scoring game. 17-9.
I mean, by the bookies, you picked the right team to win.
I mean, I guess if you want to go by bookies.
They know more than us. Look, if you look at all the bookies' numbers and like the predictions, like a lot of them are like right on. It's crazy. But I went with Seattle 4.
I went Cardinals 5. I mean, Kenneth Walker and Geno Smith have been playing really well. But I think, as Nate said, he nailed it on the point. This is where they get humbled this week. This is where the Cardinals light up and have to shine.
Yeah, the Seahawks team chemistry is really good.
And they won't.
I just think D-Hop's going to go off, dude. No one on that team, I think, can guard
D-Hop. And then what?
Dude, AJ Green.
No, it could go either way. It could go either way. I ain't like I got a high points on him or anything,
Right. But, yeah, so we both got the Cardinals, you got the Seahawks. So moving on to my game of the week.
Game of the week.
So your game of the week.
Yeah.
Rams versus Bucks. I mean, honestly,
I like
there's not many games to even put for game of the week, so this is why it's my game of the week. I don't even think it's going to be that crazy of a game to me. But I got the Rams 3. I think that this is also a must-win for the Rams. They need to prove something.
I think the biggest showdown will be Seahawks and Cardinals, Rams and Bucks.
Bills versus
And-
Jets.
That ain't gonna be the biggest showdown.
I like that game. I like that
They're
game.
won by like 16, dude.
That's gonna be a good
And
game.
Vikings Commanders in mine. Them three right there are gonna be games that'll be like neck to neck. The rest of them are.
I think Bills Jets are gonna be close. I think Raiders Jags gonna be close. Seahawks Cards and Rams Bucks.
And it's like hard to pick.
Even
I got
Ravens
Bucks
Saints.
3.
I think Ravens Saints is gonna be a close game.
I mean,
as
I
well.
got Bucks 3,
The
but
Saints defense is nasty. It was a hard pick.
I picked the Buccaneers 1.
I pick
Yeah.
Rams 3. I think
they
this
got
is
Bucks
a
3.
big game for the Rams, and
They
Yeah.
suck.
they seem to have Mr. Brady's number. So
True.
give me Jalen Ramsey. Give me Jalen Ramsey. I got the Rams 3. Eat your words.
Okay.
Moving on to the Sunday night game. Sunday night showdown, Titans versus Chiefs. I think it's going to be a really good game, honestly. I think it's going to be closer than this guy thinks. But I still got the Chiefs. Give me Chiefs 5. I think the Chiefs are going to win, like, I'm going to say 28-20. I don't think it's going to be too high scoring. But say 28-20. Give me the Chiefs.
I got Chiefs 11.
So do I.
I'm confident in the Chiefs, man.
Yeah,
Patrick
I am too.
Mahomes, bro. Like,
I think the Chiefs are going to win too, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised
oh, it's
to
going to be
see a
Derrick
close
Henry to win
game.
that game.
Don't be surprised to see a close game.
Ryan
Like I
Tannehill
said,
ain't gonna
27-13.
I can see that.
27-13.
I can see 35.
Hey, I can
20.
see that. I can see that.
35-20 for me. I think
That's
the
a lot
Chiefs
of
go.
points.
25-20 now. That is a lot of points.
That's
I don't know
25
about
points.
that against the Titans defense. I don't know.
Titans defense. They like top dog or something.
Top dog, but I mean, yeah, I guess that is Patrick Mahomes they're playing against, but you know,
I mean, they dropped 40 against the Buccaneers.
just don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised.
That is true.
Yeah, well, we all got the Chiefs. Moving on to Monday night, I also think this game is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be close. Ravens versus Saints. Andy Dalton versus Lamar Jackson, wrong division. Just kidding. But I got the Ravens 4. I think it's going to be a good game. Like I said, Saints defense is really good. It's going to be a test for Lamar Jackson and that offense. No Rashad Bateman. That's pretty tough. If you got Devin Duvernay in your free agency in your fantasy, go pick him up. You know?
I actually have them in our league.
No J.K. Dobbins, no
Okay.
Gus Edwards. They got to roll with Kenyon Drake.
That is true. The Saints are without Michael Thomas.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah. They're
Michael Thomas basically out for the rest of the
pretty
year.
injured offensive players, so.
Their defense has to carry.
Bum. Bum. Who was wrong on that?
That was very sad.
Let's go back to
It
the
was
front
me.
page.
It was me.
Let's go back to the
Very
front
sad.
page. On comeback player of the year, Michael Thomas. guy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it's pretty obviously going to be Saquon Barkley if he just stays healthy. Because, you know,
I said
look at
Lamar.
the dude.
I said Lamar then say.
I went Saints 1. I think Saints won't get him.
I went Saints 6.
Woo! I went Ravens 4, man.
That's
I
my
don't know,
upset
I
of
just-
the week right there. Saints 1.
I believe that's your upset of the week.
That's my upset. Saints beating.
That's my second one. I think the Saints defense comes.
I can see it happening.
confident.
That's why I picked Ravens 4. This game was hard for me. to
You
pick.
shut down one of the best receivers in the league last week. Like, I mean, that Saints defense, they're no joke. Like Nate said, they're no joke this year.
No, they're not.
Like, you can name a player from each position.
Who did they play last week? Made them scoreless?
Devontae Adams and
Yeah,
Raiders.
Devontae
Oh, it was
Adams.
the Raiders.
Yeah. Devontae got shut down.
throw Devontae to 3 yards.
Yeah, 2 targets.
Mm-hmm.
1 catch for 3 yards.
I said that at the beginning of the year. I said I wanted the Saints defense.
The
I said the
Seatbelt.
Saints was going to be one of the best defenses in the
Seatbelt.
league, if not the best. Like with that Tyrann Mathieu addition, that dude's an absolute.
Dude, they didn't even have Mark
that dude's an
Lattimore in there.
absolute leader, bro.
That's why I didn't go with them because they didn't have Lattimore playing. I'm like, okay, no Jarvis Landry, no Michael Thomas, no Lattimore. I'm like,
Yeah, I thought the Raiders were going to win as
all
well.
my Raiders are
because of
going to
that.
smack these boys
Yeah.
now.
I
They didn't even
agree.
get 1 point.
That's what I thought.
So that shows you the Raiders are the addition of Devontae Adams.
The Raiders are an L. AFC West wasn't as great as we thought it was. Just the
Ain't
Chiefs
close.
dominating it again. Everyone
They got
overrated the
picked the Chiefs
AFC
to
West.
win.
The AFC West is gonna be
I
crazy.
picked the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, I mean, we all did.
Yeah. Give me Ravens 4 though. Ravens 2 Saints.
Alright.
That was our Week 9 predictions, man. We're gonna jump into our NBA awards. If you wanna go peep our NBA playoff predictions or our NBA standings, our last week's episode, we had our NBA playoff predictions the week before that. We had our NBA standings. So we now got our NBA awards, and next week we'll do another random fun thing like we always do, along with our weekly predictions. Go follow us on everything After the Laces.
Top 5.
As
point
always,
guards.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can do it. Excuse me. But yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it with the NBA awards. I think we should do MVP last.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with. Let's start off with Sixth Man of the Year. I feel like it's not too as exciting as of an award as an MVP. Say let's start off with a Sixth Man of the Year. I want you to start us off.
All right, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say my number one guy for 6 Man of the year is Jordan Poole, and it's always Jordan Poole.
He's on the bench. He's gonna win. That's mine too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just crazy. But my number two is Norman Powell. I think that he's coming off doing real good. My number three, Malcolm Brogdon. I know a lot of people want Josh saying mine, but it's not mine. So I'm gonna go. It's not biased. It's true.
I don't think it's biased either because my Sixth Man of the Years are Jordan Poole number 1, Malcolm Brogdon number 2, and Norman Powell number 3. Malcolm Brogdon.
So he's got Brogdon and Powell switched.
Malcolm Brogdon is a great two-way player, and coming in off the bench for Drew Holiday, it's a perfect spot for him.
I had the same, except I had Christian Wood in there. I think he's been playing good, and he's a high scorer. He's a good defender. He can get
Who did you have replaced for Christian Wood? Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon. But I think, as you guys say, he very much could win it. Nobody.
I mean, I had Norman Powell at third because that man is always in the running for Sixth Man of the Year. Like, so, he's always in the running. So.
He might as well just be holding hands down the court. Like,
Yeah,
skipping.
We all got Poole winning that award. I think that's a gimme this year. But hey, maybe something surprises us.
If it weren't for Lou Williams, Norman Powell would have a 6 man.
Lou Williams is just the best 6 man. Him and Jamal Crawford, they just win it. But moving on to let's go to the next one. You start us off and you pick the next one.
I think we should do Rookie of the Year.
All right, who thinks he'll win that?
Paolo Banchero. I think he's having a strong start.
I don't think it's even close.
Yeah,
Right now, man.
and I think the only
that dude's averaging like 25 points.
and the only close second will be Benedict from the Pacers. I mean, that dude's been balling and nobody expected him to, but that dude he's on fire right now. Like, and I got my third at Jabari. I think Jabari's been playing well. I think he needs to do. I mean, I can see him and Jaden Ivey switching out, but I mean, I have Jabari at my third.
My Rookie of the Years, I had Paolo Banchero winning. Obviously, he's just absolutely been dominating.
He's really good.
But my number 2 and 3 were different than Alex's. I got Jaden Ivey at number 2. I really like Jaden Ivey. He's my favorite player coming out of this draft. Even over Paulo, even though Paulo's playing better. I just like Jaden Ivey. I've also been watching him for a while now. And the third player I got is Keegan Murray. I think he's an absolute dog. He's been playing good. And, yeah, man, I felt like he deserved some recognition. So I'm putting him at 3.
I mean, my 3 are the same as yours, dude, but I got Keegan number 2 and Jaden number 3.
Do you?
Yeah. And then, I mean...
You added Benedict down there?
Yeah. That's number 4.
You can't lie. Benedict's playing really well.
Yeah, he is. The kid's a monster, but yeah, number 1, like we all, I mean...
Right.
Right now, if he keeps that up, there, it ain't going to be a question.
Moving on to, You want to start us off with this one? With then pick? I'll let you
Sure.
pick. I'll let you
I'm gonna
pick.
do-
I picked 6 men. He picked rookies.
I'm going most improved player of the year.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
My most improved players, my number one, Tyrese Maxey. He's
That's switched up. It was. Okay.
hold on, relax.
Switched up.
My number one is Tyrese Maxey. I know who he was, but I didn't trust me. He's still in there. He's still in there. My number two, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards.
I wanted to, but
Yeah, I got Anthony Edwards as my number two. I had Anthony Edwards before the year started as my number one. I just thought last year he just showed the promise. I think.
And he didn't make the All-Star team.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, no. And, I just, as of right now, I'm putting in Maxey above him. And then my number three, which I don't have it here, but I'm going to switch them right here. 3, 4. My number three is Desmond Bain. I got Desmond playing next to the close to be, probably maybe even real close to the MVP. John Morant.
John Morant's been playing crazy.
No, I know. And so is Desmond, man.
But,
Desmond's I've been really surprised by Desmond. But
Mhm.
I also did a number 4, and that's De'Aaron Fox.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I got him. When I was looking at him on the way here, I ain't really been following him too much, so I wanted to look at it. He's actually been really killing it.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised on what he's actually been pulling off. But yeah, so Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Edwards, Desmond Bain.
I like those.
I like that. Yeah.
I love De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I do too.
I'll say my most improved. Tyrese Maxey, I have winning it. That dude is an all-star, and he is proving it. He's going to prove it for the rest of the year. I got him as number one. My number two, the same, Anthony Edwards. When you go from not an all-star to an all-star, you get pretty high votes for most improved, and that's what I think is going to happen this year. Number three, Anfernee Simmons. He's been playing crazy, and I think he's going to continue playing
Okay.
good. I was watching some Trailblazers games, and I was like,
Portland's
he's
going
so
good right
smooth.
now.
He's so smooth. Yeah, I know, but I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs. So.
Portland's showing some promise.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Even without that.
So who's your number 3?
Yeah, my number three is Anfernee Simmons, and I do have a fourth because
I had to have a 4 too.
I had this player actually winning my most improved before the season started. Now I have him at number 4, Zion Williamson. I don't know, man. He just hasn't been playing up to par as I thought he would so far, but I think he'll pick it up, and I think he'll do really good. But I just think Maxey's gonna win that award. So
I have Zion at my number one. I think Zion's been playing.
he hasn't been playing good.
Right. He's not been playing the worst though, but I think as Nick
Maxey's
said,
been dropping 40 points.
yeah, he can amp it up and he can play very well. And I have him at my 1. I have Maxey at my 2, as you guys said, phenomenal players. And I just think it doesn't come close between him playing. You can't say he's played bad. And then my number 3, it's not Anthony Edwards, it's actually Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think he's been playing very well, and he's been keeping OKC as a real like he keeps them in games and he wins them games. If he wasn't on the court, they wouldn't be winning as much as they would. And I just think Shai brings that energy to the team that he needs.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like he's
I
I like that pick but I feel like he's already a beast, man.
I know. That's what I was thinking about Anthony Edwards. I'm like, Anthony's already so good. Like everybody knows he's good, but I could see him winning most improved as well. But I had Zion, Tyrese, and Shai.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Shai's a beast. He's got the fundamentals. But yeah, those are our most improved. Moving on, all we got left is the Coach of the Year and the MVP, correct?
Defensive
We
player.
got coach and defensive player.
Oh,
and MVP.
okay. Let's go to Coach of the Year.
All right.
So we'll let you start out with MVP.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I think.
Is it you want to start out with MVPs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start. I can start.
And but we'll do that last. So we'll have either me or him do one of these two, and have you do the MVP.
All right, you want to do
last.
Coach or defense?
I can do defensive player of the year.
All right,
My number
sure,
one is Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's a very phenomenal player. He can play offense very well, plays defense very well.
It was hard not to pick him to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
Best in the league, I'd say. And you know, I have to have Rudy Gobert in the top 3. You know, Rudy's a really good player, even though that they have him and Cat in the same system. But it's been working, and I'm a number 3 as the reigning defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart. I mean, he's a hustler. He likes playing physical. He's a very physical player, and he very much could be in that contention this year as he was last year. So I have Giannis, Gobert, and Marcus Smart.
There you go. My Defensive Player of the Year, I got Rudy Gobert winning just because I think that in this new Timberwolves system, he just plays even more defense and even gets even more rebounds in this system because he doesn't need to score really at all. They got scores all over the court. So in this system, give me Rudy Gobert winning this award. Number 2, Giannis. It was hard not to pick him to win Defensive Player of the Year just because of how amazing Giannis is. No one can stop Giannis. Go watch a Bucks game.
Yeah,
no one can.
sick.
And number 3, I got Bam Adebayo. He's been killing it, and he always kills it. He's always got a lot of blocks, and his defense efficiency rating is always a monster. You know, when you're a center and you play against Bam, you know it's going to be a tough day. So I got Bam at number 3. Don't be surprised if he does win this year, to be honest with you. But I got Gobert winning.
Gobert.
Sir. Who you got?
My number 1's Rudy Gobert.
Oh.
My number 1, I just didn't want it to be like. It's hard for me to. I don't know. I'll explain it when I get to the other. But I'm going Rudy Gobert as number 1. My number 2 is Giannis. I did 4 of them because I couldn't decide. My number 3 is Bam. Bam, bam, baby.
Bam.
Yeah, bam. Alright, I just woke up the neighborhood. No, but Bam's a beast. I mean, he kills it on defense. He's awesome. I love him. I got him number 3, and I got number 4, Marcus Smart, because I just can't leave Marcus Smart out. I don't know what to say.
Celtics fan.
Yeah, I can't leave
out.
Smart out. He's phenomenal.
I'm leaving Smart out. They gave it to a guard. They ain't giving it to a guard again. Come on. They did their deed.
That's why
Let's
he's
move on.
my number 4.
A well-deserved guard.
Yeah, and very well deserved guard, but they did their deed. Let's move on. Rudy Gobert. You want to start us off with the Coach of the Years?
Oh yeah. All right, I'm going to. I got my coaches of the year. I gotta reorder them because I'm changing my mind here for a second. So my number 1, I'm doing JB for Cleveland.
JB Bickerstaff.
Yep, I'm going JB Bickerstaff as my number 1 for Cleveland. I mean, look at him, dude. I mean, I don't. If I go back to my standings, they're going to be top 5 guaranteed in that conference.
What did I say? I said top 4. Don't be surprised if they're higher.
Yeah. And right now, as they're playing, like I'm giving it to him.
Mitchell, man.
Yeah.
He fits.
And then my number 2 is the fill-in for the Celtics.
Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla. I'm giving him number 2. Number 3, I'm giving New Orleans Willie Green. This guy. And then and that's all I'm doing right there is them 3. But I got JB, Joe, and Willie. Cleveland, Celtics, New Orleans is my 1, 2, 3.
My Coach of the Year has been the same since before the year started. My most improved team that, I thought was going to have, 55 win type of season. Cavaliers, JB Bickerstaff, number 1. He's going to win it. I mean, he just is. He's going to win it. That team, like I said, is absolutely beast. When you got that all-around team chemistry and all-around everything that's good, like watching them play the Celtics,
Beat them
it
twice.
was crazy. Yeah, beat them twice. It was crazy. Man, that's a team that I have won in championship this year. That's
Second
where I had
one was in
championship.
overtime.
So
That
yeah,
was good. Good game.
it was a very good game.
I missed the whole game except for the overtime.
You got the best part?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why Marcus Smart was shooting a mid-ranger with 25 seconds left, but
Yeah.
you know we're not going to talk about that.
He likes to do that sometimes, and it kind of annoys me.
But yeah, man, I got the JV Biggerstaff. The Cavs are going. I said the Cavs are going to prove something, and they are proving something right now, and they're going to continue to do so.
Your main role is defense. Stick to your main role, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quit trying to take that final shot. You ain't Tatum. Go
Well,
ahead.
they've
Sorry.
been in overtime.
Sorry.
My number 2 and 3 is a little different than these guys. My number 2, I have Chris Finch for the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are also going to be one of the most improved teams in the league this year. I have them finishing top 5 in my standings, and they were a playing team last year. So give me Chris Finch as Coach of the Year. Timberwolves improved a lot, and I think they're going to show the league a lot this year. Number 3,
I like Minnesota.
yeah, I do too. A lot. Number 3, I got Taylor Jenkins, the Grizzlies coach. You know, the Grizzlies are a very good young team, and don't be surprised to see them win the West. Like they could finish first in the West. They really could. That team is nasty, man. Ja's been playing crazy. He will play crazy. So yeah, give me JB Biggerstaff to win still though. Yeah, I got Cavs coach, T-Wolves coach, Grizzlies coach.
I have my actual coach of the year is Joe Mazzulla, just because of the situation he was put in. You know, he still has he has a great team, but you know, you think that Ime Udoka, with their chemistry, that they'd be in shambles because they lost their head coach. But he came in, he still
They
proved
loved
it.
him last year too, but it was on him. They
Right.
loved him as a coach.
You think
I was sad to see him go a little bit.
right? You think they'd be in shambles, but no, he still kept this team together. And my number 2 is Willie Green, Pelicans coach, and I just think that the Pelicans have a great roster, and he's built it. He's contributed so much, and they're gonna do so well. My number 3 is Finch as well, within the top 3. I just think that the Timberwolves, they're a great team. Adding Gobert was their key piece to making a good run in the playoffs. They can make a good run in the playoffs. And I just think that he's a very good coach. And that's all I really have to say. My number 1, Celtics. Number 2, Pelicans. And my number 3 is the T-Wolves.
All right, moving on to our last award. If you stuck around this long, give us a like, man. Why not? Why haven't you?
Give us a sub.
Give us a sub, like, sub, comment what you want us to talk about for real. We love looking at your guys' comments. Go follow us on everything. We got all the socials. You get at us. But let's jump right at it.
Mm-hmm.
Finish it off with the most exciting MVP. MVP. This award should have been won by Michael Jordan and LeBron James every year that they played, in my opinion, because they're the best player out on the court. That's what most valuable player means. But anyways,
They
let's
just couldn't give it
move
to him
on.
every time.
Yeah, they couldn't get it to him.
They
every
gotta
time.
switch it up every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think Karl Malone got it once.
Yeah, moving on to this year's MVP, my MVP predictions. This was the hardest award for me between 2 players, Giannis and Luka. Luka's been breaking records.
He's got 7
Absolutely
straight 30
killing it.
games. And it's 7 straight 30.
He's the first player. He
7
said,
straight 30.
I think so, yeah. And he said he was the first player to have 400 points, 200 rebounds, and 100 assists through 7 games.
Like what, bro?
400 points through 7 games, one player.
Yeah.
That's insane. So I don't be surprised to see Luka win this award. It was very hard for me to pick,
Especially if he keeps this up.
but
Shoot, wait.
just with how good Giannis is, and two-way player,
I just
best
think
two-way
Giannis is
player in the
right.
league.
Yeah.
You go watch a game, that dude doesn't get stopped. He's my pick. He's my preseason pick to win. Giannis MVP winner, and then Luka close second. But I wouldn't be surprised if he won. I think he might with the way he's playing. And number 3, I have John Morant. That man, He's gonna implode all season because that's what he does. He's gonna just go off.
The dude is
So,
ridiculous, man.
have fun watching John Morant go off and have fun watching the Grizzlies.
It's hard for
dominate.
him not to be your favorite player in the NBA.
I know.
Really?
He's one of my favorite players.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard not to be like, man,
He
that
does the
dude's like
most
mine.
exciting and
Yeah, he's amazing.
he does great stuff. So, hey Jay.
So you got Giannis, Luka, and Ja.
Yeah, not to bring this up, but you know Jaylen Brown missed that game winner, right?
Yeah.
And Tatum was just standing on the other side like this. I watched the replay, standing on the other side, and he walked away. That's tough. Anyways,
Yeah,
I just had to bring that up for old boy over here. But yeah, Giannis wins MVP, Luka close second, Ja close third.
I got it. So my number 1 and number 2 are relatively same. I have Luka at number 1.
Woo! Luka Doncic!
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Giannis wins it either. I
Luka
just
said,
think
Luka said, play that Bad Bunny. That's what he said in that video. If you've seen that video, he said, play the Bad Bunny.
I just think Luka's so dominant. Carries his team.
You should right on to keep on.
He's been waiting
My
for
bad.
that since before the podcast.
I know, dude. I've been saying it all week. Play the Bad Bunny. I love that, dude. My bad. Keep going.
And Luka's just he's a really good fundamental player, and you know, it's gonna be a two-way battle between them. I have Giannis at second, as Nate really explained it for both of them. I mean, they're both tremendous players, and I wouldn't be surprised by either one. And my third is actually Ja as well. Very most exciting player in the NBA. Like Ja Morant is next up.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be the future highlight of the
Mhm.
NBA. I can tell you. If he keeps playing the way he's playing, like some of the moves he makes and some of the
You'd think you couldn't be able to move like
man,
that, man.
the kid is amazing. I love him. But anyways, so your three are Luka.
Luka, Giannis, and Ja.
Luka's like LeBron. He just does this little one step side step and somehow makes it. It gets open.
I'm not gonna say that. All right,
Okay, sure.
my MVPs. All right, my number 1 and 2 the same as you guys. I got Giannis because I think both ways he's the best in the league. Luka, this kid's ridiculous. And I think they play tonight. Is he gonna get his 8th straight 30-point game? Don't they play tonight?
Nah, that's it.
You need to check that real quick because I think it was yesterday they put up. He had 7 straight games with 30.
Nah, they play the Raptors tonight.
Huh?
They play the Raptors tonight. Mavericks do.
Why'd you say none?
Yeah, you say no. You don't think he's going to? They play the Raptors.
Oh, I thought you meant
I'm saying I think he's playing tonight. He is.
Oh, I
playing
thought you
tonight.
meant
What
time's that
two
game?
teams. 8:30.
It
Alright.
starts in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so if he gets 30 points, that's 8 straight games with 30
That's
points,
crazy.
which is absolutely ridiculous. And then I got 5 of them down here, but I had a hard time with my 3 and 4. But I got Tatum above Ja.
I can see it.
I got Tatum at 3, Ja at 4, and Nikola at 5. But I got Tatum at 3. I just think
He's a beast.
yeah, he's ridiculous, dude. He's ridiculous. Give him the ball. He's going to win the game for you. It's just what it is. Smart. Quit trying to shoot it like that. That's dumb. Just give it to Tatum.
My thing
Even
is,
Jaylen Brown.
Tatum
I think he's a
chance
good
all
shooter
the
too.
time.
No, he didn't get a chance all the time. How they get to overtime the other night? What they do? They give it to Tatum. He did a burn move, came in and dunked it,
Dude,
and got fouled.
Dunked on him. That was a foul.
And got
that was
fouled.
a
He
foul.
should have made the free throw, won the game, but whatever.
Tatum got 13 right now. That's like
Another thing I did want to mention though was.
But that's me: Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Ja,
Who's your fifth?
Nikola.
One last thing I wanted to mention. The Jazz, I have you ranked 13, and you have 6 wins and have been beating some good teams. So I don't know what's going on, but
You never know.
don't be surprised.
I apologize. You were last in mine.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the Jazz have they've been
I didn't have
very
him last,
surprised.
but yeah, I had him back there.
And the last thing I wanted to mention was with the Dolphins,
13.
Bradley Chubb,
True. He's gonna be a disruptor.
and the Dolphins did what the Broncos should have did. sign that man on a max extension.
As soon as they got him on there, bang, 5
Right.
year, 100.
2 hours later.
Exactly. And then as soon as they got it, yeah, oh my God, that's
Yeah, Miami ain't playing around. You wait till next year. The Bills are gonna have trouble.
Miami's got a future.
The Bills are gonna have
Miami
trouble
has a future.
winning that
If you're a
division. You
Miami
watch.
fan, be happy with your team, man. You got a
Yeah.
future. You got some good chemistry, some great players.
After this season and then the off season next year, that's gonna be it's gonna be them two fighting for that division. It ain't gonna be automatically Bills just because they're good. Like Dolphins are coming. They're coming. They're coming with some vengeance. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
They're gonna be tough to beat.
Tyreek Hill's that man's proven still to be best receiver right now in the league.
Like at the beginning of the year, you could put Bills to win the division with no concern. Next year, you ain't gonna be able to do that.
That's facts. That's
For real.
facts. Facts.
Jets
Over
win.
here at Fred the Lasers. But yeah, that's gonna close it out for this week's podcast. Hit the like, hit the sub, go follow us on everything. Yeah, man. It was a fun episode talking about the awards. It got a little, it always gets a little debating. We
Yeah,
always be
for
debating.
sure.
We always be trying to get a little heated. But yeah, if you want to go check out our other NBA predictions, go check out last week, the week before. And yeah, man. Anything else y'all want to say?
We just gotta get out of this guy's house, man. They're upstairs, like giving the warning knocks on the floor, like get out of her. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing else. It was a good podcast.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yep. Hey, and as always, man.
Who dat?
Oh, sad.
Hey, I'm sorry if I smashed y'all's ear up.
He don't apologize.